My church girl sister's secret hoe phase is breaking my heart, and her lies are costing me everything. What's up, my fellas, and welcome to today's story. Stick to the end to listen to the forum's comments. Reddit, I'm at my wit's end and need your advice. My little sister, Mia, 19, has been spiraling for months, and it's breaking my heart to see her turn into someone I don't recognize. Her wild nights and reckless choices are tearing me apart, and every time I try to figure out what's happening, I uncover something that twists my stomach. I'm the family screw-up, so I'm stuck watching her throw herself away, helpless to stop it. I'm facing impossible choices, and I'm terrified of what's next. Should I keep fighting for her, confront whatever she's hiding, or walk away? This is long, it's a raw, gut-wrenching mess, so please stick with me. I'm Jamie, 25, a former landscaper in Nashville, Tennessee. Mia's my younger sister, and she's been a whirlwind since moving back home a year ago after a brutal breakup with a wannabe musician who cheated on her. She's the golden child of our family, the star of our Baptist church's choir, always in modest sundresses, posting Bible verses on Instagram, leading youth group with a smile that could light up a room. Pastors call her a blessing, Mum brags about her faith, and the congregation adores her. Me, I'm the black sheep, the high school dropout caught smoking weed at 17, never measuring up to Mia's shine. We share a small apartment to save rent, but her room's a chaos zone, empty wine bottles, takeout boxes, clothes reeking of cologne that isn't mine. She's out almost every night, and I'll get calls at 3 a.m., her voice slurring, begging for rides from bars on Demon Bruin Street. I'd find her outside, stumbling in heels, mascara streaked, giggling or crying about some guy. I thought she was just drowning her heartbreak, so I'd drive her home, clean her mess, and let her crash on my couch. It's been torching my sleep, my nerves, and my relationship with my girlfriend, Alex, who's fed up with Mia's chaos invading our evenings. Mia's a financial wreck too. She works part-time at a Christian bookstore, barely covering her share of the rent. I've been bailing her out, tossing her $50 for groceries, $200 for her phone bill, $500 when our landlord threatened to evict us. I figured it's what brothers do, even if I'm the family's failure. Our dad walked out when I was 10 and Mia was 4, leaving Mum to raise us on a seamstress's wage. Mum's always put Mia on a pedestal, calling her our miracle, while I'm the one she sighs at. But watching Mia spiral like this, turning into what I can't help but call a whore in my head, it's shredding me. I'm ashamed of the word, but her choices are ripping away the sister who used to pray with me, and I'm gutted by what she's becoming. Her behavior's been escalating, and it's eating me alive. A month ago, I noticed she was dressing differently at night, swapping her church dresses for skin-tight mini dresses, her makeup bold, her smile sharp. She'd slip out after Bible study, whispering on her phone about a meetup, her room littered with condoms, cash, and a lacy thong I wish I hadn't seen. 3 weeks ago, I saw her at a honky-tonk on Broadway, grinding on a tattooed biker, her hands roaming before they vanished into an alley together. 2 weeks ago, she stumbled home at dawn, drunk, laughing about a wild night with a lawyer she met at a rooftop bar. Bragging she left his hotel room with his watch and $500 in her purse. Last weekend, she sent me a blurry club selfie, winking in a barely there dress, a stranger's arm around her waist, captioned, "No rules." I found a stash of suggestive selfies on her phone, poses that made my stomach churn, and texts bragging about a steamy hookup with a bartender in a dive bar bathroom, her skirt hiked up, cash tucked in her bra. She's out almost every night, chasing new guys, strangers, businessmen, musicians, anyone who catches her eye. And I'm haunted by the thought she's not just reckless, but broken, selling herself to feel alive. 2 weeks ago, I borrowed her phone to order food and saw texts from a guy labeled SilverFox69, wiring her $2,000 for a ministry donation. My gut twisted. She's not running any ministry. I snooped on her laptop, which I'd lent her for church flyers, and found an app with messages from men offering cash for dates. She's been running a fake ministry scam, posing as a devout fundraiser to congregants, pocketing $8,000. She's been blowing it on VIP tables at clubs like The Sutler, glittery heels and bottles of champagne, while our electric bill goes unpaid. I'd set up her email on my personal account years ago to help with church camp apps, and she still uses it, which I didn't think would matter until it did. I confronted her in our kitchen, my voice shaking, and she shrugged, her eyes vacant, saying it's just a game and they're rich. She looked like a shell, chasing thrills to numb her pain, and it hit me she's throwing away her faith, her dignity, for fleeting highs. I'm gutted, torn between love and disgust. She's my sister, but she's degrading herself, and I feel like I've failed her. I told her to stop, but she smirked, calling me a loser who'd never get it. Her hookups keep getting darker. She's coming home with bruises, reeking of strangers, her laughter hollow, and I'm terrified she's not just lost, but spiraling into danger. The fallout hit last week. I got called into a meeting with my landscaping boss, accused of fraud. He showed me emails from my personal account, the one Mia uses, sent to a pastor I'd met at her church service, billing him $5,000 for ministry donations. The emails were sloppy, full of typos, and I didn't send them. My heart sank. Mia had used my email, likely from our shared laptop. The pastor, thinking I was in on it, reported it to the church board, who linked it to my firm, accusing me of exploiting their community. I was fired on the spot, losing a $10,000 landscaping contract I'd been banking on to fix my truck. I tried explaining it was Mia, but my boss said it's my account, my problem, and now my name's mud in Nashville's tight-knit circles. I'm jobless, with rent due in a week, and my savings are nearly gone. The betrayal cut deeper when I learned my best friend Tara has been enabling Mia's spiral. Tara's a straight woman I've known since high school, always drawn to drama, and she's been hyping Mia's hookups, calling her a bad girl, clubbing with her at places like Playdance Bar, and snapping selfies to boost her own social clout. She sees Mia's risky nights as a thrill, egging her on with drinks and dares. Blind to how she's falling apart, Tara knew about the scam for a month, hooked on the excitement and hoping to borrow some of Mia's cash for her boutique business. She didn't warn me, thinking it'd fizzle out, but now she's dodging blame by telling church folks I'm unhinged and probably ran the scam myself. A co-worker tipped me off that Tara's been cozying up to the church board, angling for a youth group role. I'm crushed. She's been my rock, the one who helped me through my darkest days, and now she's fueling Mia's descent and knifing me for a shot at respectability. Mia's latest fling is like a spark in a gasoline fire. She's been hooking up with Vince, a 40-year-old conman posing as a traveling evangelist with a history of fraud and assault. He's all charisma, waving cash from shady deals, his cologne heavy with menace. Last night, he cornered me outside a coffee shop on 12th Avenue South, his whiskey breath hot, demanding $5,000 to keep quiet about Mia's scam. He flashes her phone with screenshots of her texts, saying he'll send them to the cops or settle it his way if I don't pay by next week. His cold stare sent chills down my spine, and I'm terrified he's serious. Mia's clinging to him, calling him her savior, and I think she's pushing him to scare me, saying I owe her for always judging her. I'm sick with fear she's not just risking her safety but losing herself, and I feel like I'm failing her by not stopping it. Mum's making it worse. She's always put Mia on a pedestal, calling her our angel, while I'm the black sheep who can't do right. Now she's begging me to protect Mia to keep our family together, not knowing about the scam, just her late-night antics. She thinks I should pay Vince to avoid trouble, piling on guilt, saying I'm the only one who can hold us together, even though I'm broke from bailing Mia out. Worse, she's been acting strange, hinting Mia's been talking to someone special. I checked her phone and found texts from a number Mia labeled Dad, but it's a sugar daddy pretending to be our long-gone father, scamming her for $1,000 with tales of coming home. Mia's playing along, letting Mum believe it's him, which makes me sick. She's exploiting Mum's hope, twisting her heart into another con. The chaos is spiraling out of control. Yesterday, Tara sent a half-hearted apology text, but I found out she's been texting Mia, scheming to pin the scam on me to clear their names. Vince showed up at our apartment at 2 a.m., pounding on the door, shouting, "I've got one day to pay or he'll make it personal." Our landlord threatening to evict us for noise complaints, and I'm sleeping with a knife by my bed, jolted by every sound. Mia's still posting church selfies, all angelic in a white dress, captioned "blessed," while I'm unemployed, betrayed and scared. I reached out to a former co-worker who knows the pastor, hoping to send her the proof and clear my name, but she said he's weighing a lawsuit for the $5,000 he lost. My neighbor, who knows Vince's circle, warned me he's got buddies who handle problems, and I'm checking my locks 3 times a night. The moral weight is crushing me. Mia's throwing away her faith, her dignity, chasing cheap thrills to mask her pain, and I'm torn between saving her and protecting myself. I feel like I've enabled her by cleaning up her messes, but every time I try to pull her back, she slips further into this dark spiral. Tara's enabling is worse, treating her like a party star, blind to how she's falling apart. I'm haunted by guilt. If I'd been tougher, maybe she wouldn't be selling herself like this. I'm ashamed of my own thoughts, calling her a whore in my head. But it's like she's chosen this path, and I can't unsee it. Psychologically, I'm a wreck, jumping at shadows, losing sleep, barely eating, questioning if I'm the bad guy for even thinking of turning her in. I'm caught between love for the sister who prayed with me and the stranger she's become. I've got Mia's laptop backup with every scam text, fake invoice, and the dadcon on Mum, enough to turn her in and clear my name. But if I do, she could face jail and Mum will disown me. The black sheep who always fails. Alex says block Mia and rebuild, but I keep seeing her at 16, clinging to me when Dad left, her tiny hands grabbing my shirt, and it's like a knife in my chest. I'm torn. I could send the proof to the cops, stop Vince's threats, and maybe salvage my career, but it'd destroy Mia. I could confront Mia and Tara at the church's upcoming youth gala, waving the backup to expose their lies in front of everyone, but that might bury my job prospects. I could drain my emergency savings, $5,000, to pay Vince, but it feels like caving to a bully and I'd be broke. Or I could ghost Mia, block everyone and start over, but Mum's guilt and the thought of Mia with Vince make me feel like I'm suffocating. Reddit. I'm holding this laptop, my hands trembling, and I don't know if I can hit send or let it all go. What would you do in this storm? Has anyone had a sibling's chaos torch their life? How do you balance love with survival? I'm trapped and I need a way through. TLDR, my 19-year-old sister's secret hookups, hidden behind her church girl image, led me to uncover her fake ministry scam, which used my personal email, got me fired, and cost me a $10,000 job. My best friend enabled her but didn't warn me, now spreading lies. Her fling's demanding $5,000 to stay quiet, and Mum thinks she's reconnecting with our dad, who's actually another scam. Should I turn her in, confront them publicly, pay the guy, or ghost them? I need advice.
Escaped a church cult, and Mia's $8,000 hustle mirrors their grift. Her club selfies and alley flings are a rebellion against Baptist hypocrisy that crushed her spirit. You lost a major contract, but join her. Fleece Vince for his $5,000 and ditch the church's lies. Your guilt over her choir girl past is chaining you to their dogma. Scam the scammers and break free. Freedom's worth more than your old job.
Mia's not a whore. She's a genius gaming rich fools with her fake ministry con. Your landscaping gig's gone, but why snitch? Tara's a traitor, snapping selfies with Mia at Play Dance Bar. Mom's blind to the dad scam. Keep the laptop proof, blackmail Vince for his $5,000 and pocket her profits. Mia's outsmarting everyone, winking in club photos while you're stuck whining. She's thriving, and you're just jealous of her hustle.
The church bottled pressure near Golden Girl until she snapped. Her hookups and $8,000 con are their fault. Your big job's gone, but the pastor's sanctimonious sermons hid Mia's pain. Expose their hypocrisy with the laptop proof. Leak it to National's gossip blogs and torch their reputation. Mum's pedestal for Mia and Tara's church board scheming are complicit. They deserve the fallout, not you.
Vince's whiskey-soaked threats are a wake-up call. You are too soft on Mia. Her $500 bar binges, alley trysts, and suggestive selfies are deliberate, not pain. Tara's a leech, egging her on for boutique cash, but you are the fool for bailing her out with $50, $200. Set up a sting, record Vince's $5,000 demand, and trap him with the cops. Mia's chosen chaos. Save your name and move on.
Mia's spirals of betrayal of your sacrifices, driving her home drunk, cleaning her wine bottles, losing a $10,000 contract over her grift, $8,000 stolen, Tora hyping her at the Sutler, Mom clinging to a fake dad. Confront them at the gala, wave the laptop proof, and shame them before the congregation. Your heart aches for the sister who prayed with you, but loyalty to Elias tearing you apart. And you owe her nothing.
I'm a mystic, and Mia's soul is caught in a spiritual war. Her bruises, a grain de sel, and that con a démonique lures pulling her from grace. Your huge contract's gone, but do not pay Vince's $5,000. Sage the apartment, pray with Mom over her choir dresses, and pull her back to light. The church's pressure broke her, not you. Her salvation's worth more than your pain.
Hated time for fraud, and Mia's $8,000 con sloppy, using your email like a rookie. Your firing's on her, not you, a brutal hit to your career. Tara's playing both sides for her boutique. Vince's $5,000 threat's a bluff. Leak the proof to a rival church, dodge his goons, and let Mia crash. She's not your burden. Her bathroom flings and stolen watches prove she's gone. You deserve better than her chaos.
Family's all you have got, and Mia's still your sister, not a whore. Her hookups, $8,000 scam, and dad cons stem from dad's abandonment, Mum's pedestal crushing her. You are jobless, but paying Vince's $5,000 saves her from jail. Eat the cost, move with her to a new city, start fresh. Blood matters more than a lost job. Her tiny hands grabbing you at 16 are worth it.
Mia's chaos is viral gold. Her church girl to bad girl arcs pure clickbait. Your job loss stings, but Tara's betrayal plotting with church board cronies is juicier. Post her scam texts on X, tag the church, and watch it explode. Her blurry club selfies, Vince's threats, Mom's dad delusion. It is all content. Forget your old gig. Fame's knocking, and Nashville's gossip mill will eat it up.
Betrayer's a rush, and Tara's double cross. Mia's lies, Mom's guilt, they're all playing you for thrills. $8,000 con, $5,000 threat. It is a twisted game. Your career's tanked, but paying Vince keeps you in the drama. Join the chaos, egg Mia's hookups, and revel in the mess. You are in too deep to quit. Nashville's nightlife owns you now.